Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you're here.
Me too. Wherever you are right now, commuting, taking a break, just finishing work, this is for you.
All right. So, I had a meeting this morning. 9 o'clock. Monday morning. You know how that feels.
Oh, I know. Nobody is ready at 9 on a Monday.
Nobody. I walked in with my coffee. The coffee was still too hot to drink. And my manager was already talking. Fast. A lot of words. Very fast.
That is the worst feeling. You're still waking up and someone is already speaking very quickly.
Yes. And I was sitting there thinking, okay, what is he saying? I understood the words. But the meaning was a little slow to come.
I think a lot of people feel that. You understand each word, but the full sentence takes a moment.
Exactly. And that moment, that small pause in your head, it can feel embarrassing. But it's actually normal.
It is completely normal. The brain needs a little time, especially in the morning.
So I just said, sorry, could you say that again? I want to make sure I understand.
That's a really good phrase. I want to make sure I understand. It sounds professional. It sounds calm.
It doesn't sound like you were confused. It sounds like you were being careful.
Yes, there's a big difference. Say it slowly with us if you want. I want to make sure I understand.
That's it. Simple. Clear. You can use that phrase in any meeting.
And the manager repeated himself?
He did. And this time I caught everything. The whole thing.
See, one small sentence, and the whole situation changed.
Right. No stress. No guessing. Just, can you say that again, please?
I used to be afraid to ask people to repeat. I thought it made me look slow.
Me too. For a long time.
And then I realized nobody thinks that, especially in a professional setting. People ask to clarify all the time.
Even native speakers. Even people who have been working in English for 20 years.
That was a big moment for me, when I understood that asking for clarification is professional, not weak. Professional.
Take your time with that idea. There's no rush.
Ash, can I ask you something? That same meeting, did anything else happen?
Actually, yes. Something a little awkward. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, now I'm curious.
But first, how was your morning? Because I don't think I asked.
My morning. Okay, so I work from home most days now. And this morning I had a video call. A Zoom call. 8:30.
8:30 is early for a call.
It is. And I joined the call. And I was ready. My camera was on. I could see everyone. And then I started talking.
And?
And nothing. No sound. I was speaking and no one could hear me.
The muted microphone.
The muted microphone. I was talking for maybe 20 seconds before someone typed in the chat, Sage, we can't hear you.
Oh no. That is a very familiar moment.
I turned red. Even at home. Alone. I turned red.
That is so human. But honestly, it happens to everyone. Every single person on Zoom has done that at least once.
I know. But in the moment, you feel like you are the only person who has ever made that mistake.
That's a good way to say it. In the moment, the feeling is very big. But actually, it's a very small thing.
And you know what? After I turned on my microphone, I just said, sorry about that. I think I was muted. And we moved on.
That's all you need. Sorry about that. Short. Natural. And then you continue.
Exactly. No long apology. No big explanation.
Sorry about that. Practice that phrase. It works in so many situations at work.
Sorry about that. Let me try again. Sorry about that. Can we go back? Sorry about that. I missed the last part.
It's a very flexible phrase. Very easy to use.
And people move on quickly. Nobody is thinking about your muted microphone 5 minutes later.
They're thinking about their own muted microphone from last week.
Exactly. Everyone has their own list of small mistakes. Nobody is watching yours.
Okay. So, the awkward thing from my meeting.
Yes. Tell me.
So my manager finished talking. And then he asked me, "So what do you think, Ash? Any feedback?"
Oh, a direct question. In front of everyone.
In front of everyone. And my mind went blank.
That feeling. Yes. I know it well.
I had thoughts. I had opinions. But finding the right words in English in that moment, under pressure, it takes a second.
And that second can feel very long.
Very long. Like time slows down.
What did you do?
I said, "That's a good point. Let me think for a second."
Oh, that's smart. You didn't stay silent. You responded. But you gave yourself a moment.
And nobody thought anything of it. My manager nodded. He waited. And then I said what I wanted to say.
Let me think for a second. That is such a useful phrase.
It shows you are engaged. You are taking the question seriously.
Not that you are confused or lost.
Exactly. Let me think for a second. Try saying that.
Let me think for a second. Yeah, it feels natural.
Or you can say, "That's interesting. Can I come back to that?"
Oh, that's good. You're not avoiding the question. You're just asking for a moment.
In professional English, that is completely acceptable. Completely normal.
I think a lot of people, especially when English is not their first language, they feel pressure to answer immediately. Like there is no time to think.
Yes. And in your own language, your thoughts come fast. But in another language, you need a moment.
And that moment is okay. That moment is fine.
The answer you give after a pause is usually better than the answer you give in panic.
That's true. Even in any language.
So, we have two phrases now. I want to make sure I understand. And let me think for a second.
Two small phrases. But they can completely change how a meeting feels.
Do you use phrases like that, Sage? When you need a moment in a meeting.
I do now. I didn't always. I used to just guess. Or I used to say something and then immediately regret it because I said the wrong word.
I did that too. Especially with emails. I would send an email and then read it again and think, that word is completely wrong.
Oh, emails. That's a whole different kind of stress.
It is. Because with speaking, the words disappear. But with email, the words are just there. On the screen. For everyone to read.
Did something happen with an email recently?
Last week, I wanted to tell a client that our team was working very hard. I wanted to sound professional.
Okay.
And I typed, "We are hardly working on this."
Oh no.
I sent it before I reread it.
Hardly working. That means the opposite.
The opposite. Working hard means putting in a lot of effort. Hardly working means almost not working at all.
That is a very easy mistake to make. Those two phrases are very close.
Very close. And the meaning is completely different.
What did the client say?
Nothing. Maybe they didn't notice. Maybe they were kind. But I noticed. And I felt it.
Do you know what, Ash? I think mistakes like that teach you more than any lesson.
You never forget a mistake like that.
No, because there's an emotion attached. A small embarrassment. And that emotion, it helps you remember.
So now I always write working hard 2 times in my head before I type it.
Working hard. Let's just say that clearly. We are working hard on this. That's a great phrase for professional emails.
Or the team is working hard to get this done.
Simple. Clear. Professional.
No confusion.
Have you ever sent a message to the wrong person, Ash?
I have. Once. I sent a Slack message to my manager that was meant for a coworker.
What did it say?
It said, "This meeting is going to take forever, isn't it?"
Oh, about a meeting with the manager.
Yes. A meeting he organized.
What did he say?
He sent back a laughing emoji. Just one. And then, "See you in 5 minutes."
He was kind about it.
He was. But I sat there for 4 minutes and 50 seconds just feeling uncomfortable.
That is the worst waiting feeling.
It is. But do you know what? After the meeting, we actually laughed about it. He said, "You're not wrong. These Monday meetings are long."
So it ended okay.
It ended okay. But my lesson was, always check the name before you send.
That is a lesson many people learn the hard way.
At least once in a career.
At least once. Let's just all agree on that.
Okay. Can I ask you something, Sage? When you started working in English, was it difficult? In the beginning?
Very. Yes. I remember my first week. I had a team meeting. 8 people. And everyone was talking. Fast. Different accents.
Different accents can be difficult even for experienced listeners.
Very difficult. And I was trying to follow. And I was nodding. Like this, yes, yes, hum.
The polite nod.
The polite nod. And I understood maybe 60%. Maybe.
And you just nodded through the other 40.
I nodded very confidently through the other 40. And then at the end, my manager asked me to send a follow-up email summarizing the key points.
Oh.
And I had to go to a colleague quietly and say, "Can you help me understand what we decided today?"
That took courage.
It was embarrassing in the moment. But my colleague was so kind. She just walked me through it. She wasn't annoyed. She wasn't surprised. She just helped.
I think people are more helpful than we expect. Especially with language.
Most people understand. Because most people have been the new person at some point. The person who needs a little more time to understand.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Everybody starts somewhere. That's just true.
And you know what helped you most? In those early months?
Listening. Just listening. Without pressure. Without checking myself. Just letting the English come in.
Like what we're doing right now.
Exactly like this. Conversations. Real conversations. Not exercises. Not grammar rules. Just language being used.
There's a kind of learning that happens when you're relaxed. When you're not stressed.
Yes. When you stop trying to understand every single word and you just let the meaning come, it actually works better.
Your brain is doing work even when it doesn't feel like it.
That's something I wish someone had told me earlier. You don't have to understand everything to be learning.
Listening is learning.
Listening is learning. Even if you feel like you're just sitting there, even if your mind wanders a little, you're still absorbing.
Okay. I want to talk about something that comes up a lot at work. Giving feedback.
Oh, this is a big one.
A big one. Because feedback in English, it has its own language. Its own phrases. Its own rhythm.
And if you don't know the phrases, it can feel very uncomfortable.
In many workplaces, you don't say this is wrong. You say something softer.
Right. You say, I think there might be a small issue here.
Or, can I suggest something?
Can I suggest something? That's a good one. It's gentle. It's polite. But it opens the door.
And after you give feedback, you might say, just a thought. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. That means this is my opinion, but you decide.
It takes the pressure off. For both people.
I like that. Just a thought. You're sharing but not demanding.
Another good phrase is, what do you think? After you give feedback, you're making it a conversation, not a correction.
That changes everything. Here's what I noticed. What do you think?
The other person feels respected, not criticized.
Have you ever received feedback that was hard to hear, Ash?
Yes. Once. Early in my career. My manager said, your presentations are good. But I think you speak a little too quickly.
How did that feel?
Honestly? A little embarrassing. But also useful. Because I didn't know.
You can't fix something you don't know about.
Exactly. And my manager said it kindly. She said, it's an easy thing to work on. Just pause a little more. Give people time to follow.
Pausing is so important. In speaking. In presentations. In English.
The pause is not empty. The pause gives the listener time.
And it gives you time too. To find the next word. To breathe.
A short pause in a presentation doesn't look like confusion. It looks like confidence.
Yes. A confident speaker is not afraid of silence.
They use it. They pause after a key point. And the listener thinks, okay, that was important. Let me remember that.
That's really good to know. Do you think about pausing now? In meetings?
I do. I actually slow myself down on purpose sometimes. When I feel like I'm rushing,
How do you do that?
I take a breath. A small one. Nobody notices. And then I continue.
Just one breath.
Just one breath. And the pace changes.
That's something you can try. Even on a Zoom call. Even in a presentation. Just one small breath.
Nobody sees it. But you feel the difference.
Let's talk about something that I think a lot of people find difficult. Small talk.
Oh yes. The conversation before the real conversation.
Before the meeting starts. Those 2 or 3 minutes. When people are joining the call. Or waiting in the meeting room.
And everyone is a little awkward.
Everyone. Even the most confident people.
Because small talk has its own rhythm. And it can feel strange when you're not sure what to say.
In English, the most common small talk topics at work are the weather, the week, the weekend, coffee, and how busy things are.
Those 5 topics carry most office small talk in English.
Yes. How's your week going? That's a great one. Very common. Very safe.
And the answer is simple. Not bad. Busy, but good. Or pretty quiet so far. Or long week. Ready for the weekend.
You don't need to say something interesting. You just need to say something warm.
Small talk is not about information. It's about connection.
That's a really good way to put it. You're not sharing facts. You're just being friendly.
And a simple "how's your week going" does that. With almost anyone.
How's your week going? Try saying that now. Slowly.
How's your week going? Yes. That's it.
And if someone asks you, you can say something like, busy, but good. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for asking. That's a small phrase. But it makes the other person feel noticed.
It does. And they remember it, even if they don't know why.
You know, I had a moment last month. I was waiting for a meeting to start. Just me and one other person. Someone from a different team. I had never spoken to him before.
And those silences are uncomfortable.
Very. So I just said, "Long Monday, right?"
And he laughed?
He laughed. He said, "Every Monday is long." And suddenly, we were talking. About work. About the office. About a project both our teams were working on.
One small sentence. And the whole silence opened up.
Long Monday, right? You can say that. You can try that.
Or busy morning? Another one. Short. Safe. Friendly.
These phrases are doors. They open conversations.
And once the door is open, the conversation usually takes care of itself.
Your job is just to open the door.
Just one sentence. That's all it takes.
Do you remember your most awkward small talk moment, Sage?
Oh, yes. Early in my career. I was in the elevator with a very senior person at the company. Just the two of us. Going to the same floor.
Those elevator silences are intense.
Very intense. And I wanted to say something. So I said, "Nice weather today."
Classic.
And he said, "Is it? I've been inside all day. I didn't notice."
Oh. That's a conversation stopper.
Complete stop. Silence. 6 more floors.
Oh, Sage.
I know. But you know what? The next time I saw him, I said, "I think I picked the wrong small talk topic last time." And he laughed. And we had a real conversation.
So you turned it into something.
Eventually. After a little time. Small mistakes in small talk are not permanent.
They feel big in the moment. But they pass.
They pass. And sometimes they become a funny story.
Let's talk about emails for a moment. Because I think emails are one of the places where people feel most anxious in English.
Yes, because you can't rely on your voice. You can't rely on your face. It's just words.
And you want the words to sound right. Professional but not cold. Friendly but not too casual.
That balance is hard.
A few simple phrases can help a lot. Let's go through some.
Okay, to start an email, what do you say?
The most common one, "I hope you're doing well." Or "I hope you had a good weekend."
Warm, simple, professional.
Or if you're following up on something, "just wanted to check in on." Very gentle. Not demanding.
Just wanted to check in. I use that a lot.
Or "I wanted to follow up on my previous message." Clear. Professional. Not aggressive.
And to close an email?
Looking forward to hearing from you. That's a good one.
Or, please let me know if you have any questions.
That's a classic. Please let me know if you have any questions. It's polite. It invites communication.
Please let me know if you have any questions. Say that with us.
Please let me know if you have any questions. Yes.
And for the sign off, best regards. Or just best. Or thanks again.
Thanks again is warm. It reminds the person that you're grateful.
Even just thanks at the end changes the tone of an email.
I always end with best in professional emails. Short. Universally accepted. Works for any situation.
Best is safe. And it's used everywhere in business English.
Okay. I want to ask you about something. Presentations.
Oh, the most stressful thing for most people.
For almost everyone.
Even for native speakers.
Even for very experienced native speakers. The heart beats faster. The hands are a little cold.
The mouth gets dry.
Yes. And if you're speaking in English, which is not your first language, that adds another layer.
Another layer on top of an already nervous moment.
So, what helps?
Preparation. Clear preparation. You don't need to know your presentation word by word, but you need to know your key points.
3 or 4 main points. And you know them. Really know them.
And you know your opening line. Because the opening is when the nerves are highest.
Yes. The first sentence. If you know your first sentence, you can start. And once you start, the nerves usually get a little smaller.
A simple opening. Like, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. And then you go.
That's all. Good morning. Thank you for joining. 2 sentences. And you've started.
And the moment you've started, you're already past the hardest part.
Starting is the hardest part.
Always. In presentations. In conversations. In emails. Starting is the hardest part.
Once you begin, you continue. Word by word.
And if you lose a word, you pause. You breathe. You continue.
You don't have to be perfect.
Nobody expects perfect. They expect real.
They want to understand you. They want to follow you. They don't want to find your mistakes.
Most people in a presentation are listening to the content, not judging the language.
They care about your ideas, not about whether you used the perfect word.
That's comforting to remember.
Very comforting. And if you do lose your place, you can say, let me go back to that. Or, sorry, I want to make sure I explain that clearly.
Those are professional phrases. They show you care. They don't make you look weak.
Let me go back to that. I want to make sure I explain that clearly. Both good options.
And after your presentation, when people ask questions,
That's its own moment. Questions can be surprising.
yes, sometimes people ask something you didn't expect.
And that's okay. You can say, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment.
Oh, yes, that's a great question. Buy yourself a second. And then answer.
Or, I'll have to check on that and get back to you. If you don't know the answer,
I'll get back to you. Very professional. Very acceptable.
nobody expects you to know everything. Especially in a live presentation.
The honest answer, I'll check and get back to you, is always better than guessing.
Always.
I'll check on that and get back to you. Say that slowly.
I'll check on that and get back to you. Yes.
A very useful phrase. In meetings. In emails. In presentations.
In many different work situations.
Ash, something I want to talk about, remote work. Because I think the English of remote work is a little different.
How do you mean?
Well, in person, you can see people's faces. You can read the room. But on a call, everything is through words.
Or through text. Messages. Slack. Teams.
Yes. And the way you write a message on Slack, it can come across very differently depending on the words you choose.
That's true. A short message can feel cold, even if you didn't mean it to be cold.
For example, imagine you send a Slack message that says, "Just, can we talk?"
Oh. 3 words. But those 3 words feel very serious.
Very serious. The other person immediately thinks, "What did I do? Is something wrong?"
Even if you just wanted to ask a quick question.
So, a better version, "Can we talk?" Just a quick question about the project.
That second sentence changes everything. The person knows it's small. They relax.
Context is so important in written messages.
Yes. A few extra words can prevent a lot of unnecessary stress.
And emojis. In many workplaces now, a small emoji can soften a message.
A thumbs up. A small smile. It says, "This is friendly. No problem here."
But of course, it depends on your workplace. Some workplaces are more formal. Some are more relaxed.
You follow the style of the people around you. If your manager uses emojis, probably okay. If they don't, probably keep it formal.
Read the room. Even on Slack.
Even in text messages.
Always.
Sage, I want to go back to something you said earlier. About feeling nervous. About the early days.
Yes.
When you look back now, what would you tell yourself? From the beginning?
That's a good question. Let me think.
Take your time.
I think I would say slow down. You're trying too hard to be perfect. And perfect is not the goal.
What is the goal?
Being understood. Being clear. Being genuine.
Simple. Important.
You don't need to impress people with complicated language. You need to communicate. To connect.
And connection is possible with simple language.
Absolutely. Some of the best communicators I know use very simple words. But they use them clearly. And they mean what they say.
Clarity over complexity.
Always. In business English, clarity is everything.
The most effective emails are short and clear.
The most effective presentations are organized and honest.
The most effective meetings are focused.
And the most effective conversations are calm.
Calm and clear.
Calm and clear. That's it.
You know, there's a word I like a lot. In professional English. The word is inconsistent.
Consistent. What does that mean exactly?
It means doing the same good thing regularly. Not just once. Not just on good days. But steadily. Reliably.
Like showing up to work with a good attitude. Consistently.
Yes. Or sending clear emails. Consistently.
Or improving your English. A little bit every day. Consistently.
That's the key. Not big jumps. Small steps. Every day.
That's something people underestimate. The power of small steps done consistently.
It feels slow. And sometimes it feels like nothing is changing.
But then one day, you realize you understood a whole meeting without struggling. Or you wrote an email and it felt natural.
And you think, when did that happen?
Gradually. Without you noticing. Little by little. When someone asks something in a meeting, it gives you a moment. And it's warm.
Please let me know if you have any questions.
A polite closing for emails. Simple. Welcoming.
Thank you for your time.
After a call. After a meeting. After someone helped you.
I really appreciate it.
Warmer than just thank you. Genuine. Memorable.
Of course. Happy to help. No problem at all.
3 ways to respond when someone thanks you.
And one more. Quietly becoming better.
Not a phrase for the office, but one for you, for yourself, for the journey.
All of these phrases, you don't have to remember them all today.
Just let them sit. Let them settle.
You'll hear them again. In a meeting. In an email. In a conversation.
And when you do, they'll feel familiar. Because you heard them here.
Because your brain was listening. Even when it didn't feel like it.
That's how language works.
That's how listening works.
Ash, I want to say something to the people listening right now.
Please.
If you are someone who feels nervous at work, who feels slow in meetings, who feels like your English is not good enough,
Listen to this.
you are further along than you think. You're listening to this conversation in English, and you are understanding it.
That is not nothing. That is something.
That is a lot. More than you're giving yourself credit for.
The fact that you're here, listening, already shows something about you.
You care. You're trying. You're moving forward.
Even if it's slow. Even if some days feel harder than others.
The slow days are still days. They still count.
Every day you listen, you absorb something. Even if you don't notice it.
Even if you feel tired. Even if your mind drifts a little.
Language is going in. Quietly. Steadily.
And one day it comes out. In a meeting. In a conversation. In an email.
And you'll think, I know that phrase. Where did I learn that?
From quiet moments like this one.
From listening without pressure.
From giving yourself the time and space to grow.
Work English takes time. But it comes.
It comes to everyone who keeps going.
So keep going.
One day at a time.
One meeting at a time.
One phrase at a time.
You're doing fine.
You really are.
All right. It's been a good conversation today, Sage.
It has. I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
Meetings. Emails. Small talk. Presentations. Remote work. Feedback. Confidence.
All the real things. The things that actually come up every week.
Not textbook situations. Real ones.
Real ones. The muted microphone. The wrong word. The blank moment.
And how to move through them.
Calmly. Professionally. With a little more confidence each time.
That's the goal. Not perfection.
Never perfection.
Just progress. Quiet, consistent progress.
That's the only kind that lasts.
Okay. Before we go, one last phrase. For you to take with you today.
Something simple. Something useful.
Take your time. You've got this.
Take your time. You've got this.
If you have a difficult meeting tomorrow. If you have an email that feels hard to write.
If you have a presentation. Or a new conversation in English.
Take a breath. And remember.
Take your time. You've got this.
Because you do.
Thank you for listening. It was good to have you here.
Take care of yourself. Get some rest. And we'll talk again soon.
See you next time.
Good night. And that's how English improves. Not in one big moment. In many quiet moments.
Many quiet moments.
Like this one.
Exactly like this one.
Let's talk about something people ask about a lot. Confidence. Speaking with confidence at work.
Because for many people, the issue is not vocabulary, not grammar.
No. The issue is confidence. The feeling inside. The feeling before you open your mouth.
That moment, that half second, where you think, should I say this? Can I say this? Will it sound right?
That hesitation. Yes.
I know that hesitation very well.
What happens when you stay in that hesitation too long?
The moment passes. You don't say what you wanted to say. And then later you think, I should have said that.
The regret after silence.
And it's worse than the fear of speaking. Because the silence is already done. You can't go back.
So the lesson is, even if you're not sure, even if your English is not perfect, say it.
Say it anyway. A little imperfect. A little slow. But say it.
The words you speak, even imperfect words, build something.
They build the habit of speaking.
And with every sentence you say, even a simple one, confidence grows. A little.
Slowly. But it grows.
There's a phrase I used to say to myself. Quietly. Before a difficult meeting or a presentation.
What was it?
I know enough. I'll say what I know.
Oh, that's calm. That's grounded.
I know enough. I'll say what I know.
Not, I have to be perfect. Not, I have to impress everyone.
Just, I know enough. I'll say what I know.
I like that. That feels like something you can actually believe.
Because it's true. You always know enough for the moment you're in.
And if you need more, you ask. You clarify. You learn.
And that's fine. That's allowed.
That's actually what professionals do. They ask. They clarify. They learn.
The most experienced people in a room are often the ones asking the most questions.
Because they know the value of understanding clearly.
Exactly right.
Ash, I have one more thing I want to talk about. Something small but important.
Go ahead.
Saying thank you at work. In English.
Such an important topic. And such an easy one to get slightly wrong.
Yes, because in some languages, you say thank you constantly. In some, not so much.
In professional English, thank you is used a lot. But with intention.
Not just as a habit, but to genuinely acknowledge the other person.
Thank you for your time. That's a very common one. After a meeting. After a call.
Thank you for your patience. When someone waited for you, or gave you extra time.
I really appreciate it. Slightly stronger than just thank you.
It means this meant something to me. I noticed what you did.
And people remember that. When someone says, I really appreciate it, it feels genuine.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it.
3 phrases. All very natural. All very useful.
And when someone thanks you, how do you respond?
A few options. Of course. Very natural. Very warm.
Or happy to help. Shows you were glad to do it.
Or for no problem at all. Relaxed. Easy.
Of course. Happy to help. No problem at all. All very common. All professional.
These small exchanges. They seem minor. But they build relationships.
They make the workplace feel human.
And when you feel human at work, you feel safer, more comfortable, more able to do your best work.
That connection, it matters.
It really does.
Okay, I want to come back to something from earlier. You said something at the beginning about that meeting. Something awkward happened after your manager asked for your opinion. You gave your answer. And then?
Oh, yes. So I gave my answer. And I thought it was fine. I said what I thought. I was calm. I was clear.
And?
And then someone else in the meeting, a colleague, said, I agree with Ash. That's a good point.
Oh, that's actually nice.
Wait. She agreed with me. But she used my point as a starting point. And then she added her own ideas. And her ideas were better.
The classic build on someone else's point.
And the manager loved it. He nodded and said, Great. Let's go with that approach.
So your idea was the seed. And she watered it.
Yes. And I sat there thinking, should I feel good or a little put out?
That's a complicated feeling.
And then I thought, actually, my idea started the whole thing. And something good came from it. So that's fine.
That's a very mature way to see it.
It took me a minute. But yes.
In English workplaces, building on other people's ideas is very common. And it's a good thing. It's collaborative.
That's a great point. And I'd also add, that's a very common meeting phrase.
Building on what you said, also common.
Or, I agree. And I think we could also.
These phrases show that you're listening and that you're adding value.
Not contradicting. Not taking over. Just building together.
That's how good meetings work. When people build on each other.
And now, when someone builds on my idea, I actually feel good about it. Because it means my idea was worth building on.
That's a really healthy way to think about it.
It took some time to get there. But yes.
Most good professional attitudes take some time to develop.
They do. That's why experience matters. Not just knowledge. Experience.
Living through the moments. Making the small mistakes. Learning.
Quietly becoming better.
Quietly becoming better. Yes.
I like that phrase.
Quietly becoming better. That's what this is. All of this listening. All of this English. It's not dramatic. It's quiet improvement.
Every day. A little at a time.
And one day, you realize the language feels different. Lighter.
Less like a wall. More like a door.
A door that opens more and more easily.
The more you use it.
The more you practice. The more you listen. The more you try.
Even on the days when it feels hard.
Especially on those days. Because those are the days you grow.
The uncomfortable moments, the muted microphone, the wrong word in the email, the blank moment in the meeting.
Those are the moments you remember. And learn from.
They shape you.
And slowly, they stop being scary. They become just moments. Normal moments.
Work moments.
Work moments. Part of the day. Part of the job.
I think that's one of the signs of growth. When a moment that used to terrify you no longer does.
Because you've been through it. And you survived. And you learned.
And the next time, you handle it better.
A little better. Every time.
That's how it works.
That's exactly how it works.
Sage, I think we should do a little quiet review. Just go through some of the phrases we've talked about today.
Good idea. Slowly. No pressure. Just listening.
I want to make sure I understand.
Use that when you want to ask for clarification. Politely. Professionally.
Let me think for a second.
Use that when you need a moment before answering. In meetings. In conversations.
Sorry about that.
When something small goes wrong. Short. Natural. Then move on.
Just wanted to check in.
A gentle way to follow up. In emails. In messages.
I'll check on that and get back to you.
When you don't have the answer immediately. Professional. Reliable.
That's a great question.